those people who don't chew their food enough, meaning they kind of snarf it down. I'm guilty of that. But those of us who tend to snarf our food down actually tend to eat more food. People who tend to chew more slowly tend to eat less. This has been shown in many studies over time. It actually may lead to effects on your waistline, right? Because if you're eating more food, it may cause a rise in obesity, which is not what many of us want. And guys, this has to do with the hormones in our brain responding to our gut receiving food. So if you're eating too fast, if you're not chewing enough, you actually may end up overeating. There's a lot of ways where we might not be chewing properly, and it can cause negative effects on our body. I'm talking about that today, guys. Another thing is acid reflux. Interestingly enough, you guys probably know this, there are foods that can cause acid reflux to be worse. But did you know that if you eat too fast, if you don't chew your food enough, that in and of itself may contribute to acid reflux? That's right. That's a big deal. So if you're trying to help your acid reflux by changing your diet, altering it, which is, by the way, a great thing to do, you also may need to watch how quickly you eat, how much you chew your food, and make sure that you are chewing enough. Now, I'm going to give you some more effects that chewing long enough, or rather not chewing long enough, has on our body. This is really important to know. You might be saying, well, how long do I need to chew? Well, you know, there's people say different things. Some people say you need to chew 20 to 30 times sort of each time. Some people say you need to chew your food until it turns to mush. I'm going to give you some ways on how to slow down your eating and to chew more. But in terms of how many chews, I think that's up for debate. But the idea is you want to make sure that you're chewing enough and chewing perhaps more than you are, and not eating so fast. All right, some other ways. Obviously, eating too fast can actually increase our risk of choking, right? We don't want that. If you snarf your food down, it can go down in boluses, that's big chunks. It can increase your risk of choking on it. That is not only a hazard, that could be potentially deadly, okay? Gassy, bloated, having digestion issues. You know, look, once again, a lot of times we have gassiness, we're bloated, etc. And we may be altering our diet or doing other things in our life to try to help that, which is excellent. But have you thought about how you're eating, how you're chewing? Are you eating too fast? Are you chewing not enough? Because that actually could contribute to your gassiness, to your feeling bloated and things like that. A lot of that has to do with, you know, if we eat too fast, we're not chewing enough, we may be swallowing big gulps of air. That air can cause us to feel nauseous, gassy, bloated, etc. And then another thing you really should keep in mind is this idea of absorption. Remember, you know, you want to chew your food well enough so that nutrients can be absorbed from the foods that you're eating. That's super important, right? So if you're eating all this healthy stuff, I mean, if you're not chewing it properly, you may not be getting all the nutrients out of it that you should be. Another reason to chew longer, to chew more, not snarf your food down. I say snarf it down because, well, that's just the term I use with myself. So you're saying, well, how do I take more time when I'm eating? How do I make sure I'm chewing more? Some suggestions I like are things like, you know, put your fork down between each bite. This idea that if you have a fork full of food in front of your face while you're already chewing, it sort of gives your body this sense of urgency that it's time to put the next spoonful or forkful of food in your mouth. You know, put your fork down. Another thing is to eat at a table as opposed to standing up or sitting on a couch. You could also try calling a friend and doing something else while you're eating that may help slow you down, or eat with someone who eats slowly. That is actually something that always slows me down. Some folks have suggested trying to eat with your non-dominant hand or chew on the non-dominant side of your mouth. So you have to be a little bit more thoughtful about it. You could also try eating with chopsticks or maybe something different than a fork to see if that helps slow you down as well. Drink water as you're eating. It will help not only keep you feeling full, but that will slow down your pace as well. And something else you can do is just making sure that you're eating foods that require lots of chewing, right? Because there are some foods that just don't require as much chewing as others. So fruits, veggies, things that are fibrous, things that you have to sort of chew on or gnaw on probably will slow you down. Guys, let me know if this was helpful, and let me know, are you a fast eater, a slow eater? Do you chew enough? Do you not chew enough? I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. For those of you who send stars, I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll respond to you personally. Also, please like and follow my page if you haven't. And on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell for updates. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. I'll see you soon.